Hey, what's poppin', y'all? It's Kabaddi Keenan back with another video here to talk about U Mumba, a team that over the seasons I've just kind of come to like more and more. I don't know what it is about them, but I like them. And they're one of the most well-balanced teams in the league. It's usually their defense that holds them down. Like historically, they seem to be a franchise that their defense is just always typically good. And I feel like that's going to continue this season. I mean, they were able to retain Sunil Kumar, their captain. I think he's a really solid player, a really solid defender. I think he makes for a great captain, especially for that squad. I don't know, he just kind of seems to fit the aura of U Mumba. So really happy that they were able to retain him. To me, I feel like he had a bit of a, I don't say like a down season, but I feel like he didn't score as many points as you would expect him to score. I think he scored like 58, something like that. But I feel like tackling all around last season was a bit down. You even had Shadlu, who only had like 80 something tackle points. So maybe I think just offense was up a little bit last year and tackling was just a little bit down. But nonetheless, good for them to retain him. I think he's a linchpin in their squad. I think if they would have lost him, he would have been a hard player to replace, again, especially being their captain. So he's going to be a key piece in their defense, along with Rinku, who scored, I think, maybe like 48 or 40 or 50, low 50s, something like that. But those two are going to be their top two defenders. They're going to be relying on them heavily this season to hold down their defense. And they also got Parvesh Bainjwal. If he can sort of maintain the level of play that he had last season, I think he's going to be a solid defender for them. So I think between those three, you have a very solid defense that's going to hold them down. This leads me to their offense. Ajit Chauhan blasted out of nowhere, complete rocket. For him to have the season that he had last year, which was insane. He was the number 4 raider with like 85 raid points. He almost had 200 raid points, and I don't know, was last season his first season? I feel like it might have been, but I don't think anyone was expecting that from him last year. So I know people are expecting similar results from him this season. I know I am. I'm just excited to see him play because he was a legit lightning rod. There was a lot of games where they seemed like they were kind of down and out, and he would just continue to sort of drag this team when their defense was having an off night or something like that. Like he would just like carry this team. So I'm really looking forward to him this season to see if he can follow things up and do just as well. He's really the only kind of pure raider that they have on that team that's worth sort of talking about. The other raider that they have who is considered an all-rounder, and one of my personal favorites, is Amir Zafradanish. I love this guy. He's really quick. Last season was definitely a down season for him for sure. 21 matches. Didn't even come close to scoring 100 raid points. But to me, he seemed like a player who was still kind of coming off of an injury from the previous season and just trying to gain the confidence to move in the manner that I think he's used to moving in to be successful. Hopefully, he's had like a full off season to recover and fully get back to 100%, because I don't think last season we were watching 100% Zafradanish. This season, hopefully he can be at that point, because I think if he can, him and Ajit be a crazy 1-2 punch. Seriously, I think they could potentially be one of the best rating duos in the league if Amir Zafradanish is to the level and is at 100%, and if Ajit Chauhan can sort of repeat what he did last season. If we get that from them, they're definitely going to be a duo to watch out for. There's also another all-rounder worth mentioning, and that is Anil Mohan. Now, this guy broke the record in this year's auction because he was the highest bought player out of category D of all time. They paid 78 lakhs for him, so which was crazy because I kind of read about it, and apparently he was asleep during the whole thing, didn't even know. He woke up to this news, so good for him. They must see something in him, because I think the Jaipur Pink Panthers were in a bidding war with U Mumba to try and get this guy. He sounds like a really humble guy who like works really hard, and he seems like he's looking forward to just learning a lot from the veterans on the team. You know, Amir, I'm sure Sunil as well. So I'm excited to see what this guy can do, because again, for him to set a record for the most expensive player bought out of category D of all time, that says something. I think they're definitely going to expect him to slide in as sort of like the number 3 raider for that team. I'm looking forward to him. Again, I kind of like when new guys come in just to see like how they come about and how they handle playing on the biggest stage or Kabaddi. So I'm excited about him. I'm excited about this team. They're a team that you can never sleep on. And to me, I think if they can solve the problem of the inconsistency that they've had over the last 2-3 seasons, I think if they can clean that up, I think they're a major dark horse to win season 12. They're like a squad to where like you never know what you're gonna get with them. They can either play really really well or they're playing horribly, and it's like like a Jekyll and Hyde. And I feel like I said this last season with them in their team review, where I feel like U Mumba's always a Jekyll and Hyde team where they're either really good, really bad, or they start off the game really poorly, and then in the second half they come storming back, or they have a really good first half, and then in the second half they just completely crumble. So I think if they can just clean up their play and be more consistent, I think they're one of the most dangerous teams in the league. They're one of the most balanced teams in the league. So I'm really looking forward to them. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch y'all later.